I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on this app because they doing some weird things. But while I'm here, let me tell you about breaking perpetual cycles. This stupid app. They how you stop my live and you said that I'm doing me preaching the word of God is psychological warfare now. Anyways, perpetual cycle is the fact that you have people. I'm going to talk about in the environment that I grew up in. So the environment that I grew up in, it was the hood. You saw the perpetual cycles of the people getting into trouble, of the people constantly going to jail, of the people constantly going to prison, of the people that just went to church and their life still wasn't changed. It was still broke, but they were still, yes, a pastor. Yes, a pastor. You saw the perpetual cycle of the toxic environments, the toxic views that we had on women, the toxic views that we had on men, the toxic views of what a family value is, what it means to be what it means to be a value, what it means to be a family, what it means to be a strong provider, what it means to be a strong man, making sure that they're protecting their home, securing their home, providing for their home, providing values, disciplines, and principles for a home. What it means to be a wife that was the guardian of her home. She was making sure like she protected her home. She was praying for her home. She was interceding for her home. She was the watchman for her home. She was like the back of the eyes for her family, for her husband. What it meant, right, to want to be around community, what it meant. Like, we forgot about all of this stuff because there's a perpetual cycle that was happening in many environments, especially in the hood. This same exact cycle is the reason why people vote the way they vote. They view the way they view politics. They view the way they view government. They view the way they view a lot of things. Irregardless of, hey, you actually live in a time where you could do something about it. Like, you actually live in a time where you could take a stand. You actually live in a time where you can say, enough, I've had it, I'm breaking this cycle. But instead, you have the same environment that will give you the nostalgia of what slavery was, that will give you the nostalgia of what all of these, all of these times, right? And these times were bad. These times were horrible. We're not negating that. We're not negating that it didn't happen. What people are saying is we're living in the times that our ancestors fought for. We can actually do something. And the minute you bring that up, it's like you have risen a third head on top of them. You have risen a third head on top of them. And the perpetual cycles continues. And then the thing about it, right? When you look at the perpetual cycles in the homes and you look at the perpetual cycles in the communities, I always go back to the church because even the church, there are perpetual cycles. Now, if you watch my event that I had in Orlando, July 25th, I talked about the perpetual cycle. I also talked about that there was a level of deception that was going to hit this land. And then the fact that people cannot wake up out of the perpetual cycle that they're in, I was grieved. Will they ever see it? As if we don't serve a living God that breaks statistics, that breaks limitations, that breaks glass ceilings, that it pummels through brick walls. What? And it's sick because the loss of morality that you see in the land is the indication of the loss of morality that was supposed to happen in many of the churches. Don't let me get into the fact that you are the church, the people, the gathering of the people, the assembly of you are the church. Not these buildings that government can easily tear down or close down, as we saw a couple of years ago More of the story, be bold, be informed, be grounded to break the perpetual cycle. It can be done. It just starts with you making the decision to do it. Until the next one.